welcome back to Tigerchicksresinjungle. This is the second of my Halloween series. Okay, so today I have decided I'm going to do a couple of more ghosts. Not quite the ghosts with the pumpkins, but new ghosts I got off of Amazon. These are actually candle molds, and this one is a little standing ghost, and this one is a ghost with his arms out. Now, I'm going to try something different. I'm going to just color this one in a chameleon powder. It's going to be a champagne gold green. Figure that'll be kind of interesting for a Halloween ghost. Then I've got this little skull that I made with this mold over here. And I think I made this last year, so it's been hanging around for a while, and I just didn't know what to do with it. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this head, and he just happens to fit perfectly inside of this ghost. And he needs to be cleaned out a little bit, because stuff keeps sticking to him. Okay, so he fits perfectly inside this ghost, and he kind of lines up with the ghost's face. See? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put him in here, and I'm going to leave him in the bottom so I get him situated again. Probably because I just wiped it out, it's not as sticky. I'm going to leave him situated right here in the bottom, and I'm going to color him ever so slightly with a metallic alcohol ink, and I've picked out a metallic blue. And I'm hoping that when I demold him, he'll be blue, and you'll be able to kind of see the skull inside. So, what do you think? You think it'll work? I don't know. We'll find out. So let's set him aside, because I don't need him right now. Just stick him over there. I'm going to color. Actually, seems to be more stuff stuck inside this guy, but once I color him, it'll be better. I'll use this to cover this guy up. I need a brush. Actually, I need a bigger brush. We're going to go with this brush. And I'm going to color this guy. So, pop this off. Alright. And let's get the color in. Oh, look at that color. So pretty. Like a gold ghost will be, or a green crimson ghost. I don't really know. I think he'll be kind of cool looking. So we're going to color him up. And once I get him all colored, then we'll mix up my resin. So, since this is my second week video, did you guys like the last video? What did you think of those pumpkin ghosts? Were they not adorable? I mean, I still can't. I still want another one. I haven't made any since I made the first 3, but I so want to make more. Maybe if I have some left over from this, I can make more. Won't that be fun? Alright. Coloring this guy is not so bad. Just going to make sure I get him completely colored, because otherwise he won't look so good. Got a lot of powder down in his arms and his hands and his face right now. I'm trying to pull that out to use for his flowing robes. Now the other thing with this mold, and I haven't poured it yet, because I just got it this week. It's super, super soft. So I'm hoping it doesn't tip over once I pour some resin into it, because it just doesn't seem like it's very sturdy. I was going to stick it in a cup, but my cup isn't flat and I don't want it to be crooked. So I figure, well, I'll do it, and what I'll do is I'll probably just leave it on this mat here, and that way if it does happen to tip over, at least it's on my Let's Resin collection mat, and it's not a big deal. It won't be all over my floor. If I move it to my heat mat, there's nothing to stop it from pouring all over my floor. Alright, he looks like he's pretty well colored. And he's been pretty well burnished in. Doesn't take long to color him when you're just coloring one color. I mean, look at that. Done. I'm just being extra. A little extra here. Alright. I think he's going to look I think he'll be a cool color. Alright. So, see, he doesn't want to stand up. There we go. Stands up now. Put this back together here. Cap that up. Bought one of these brush color removal things. 3 seconds. Removes the color from your brush. Well, let's see how that works. Well, I don't know if it's 3 seconds. But it does take it off. Alright. Figured I was due for one of these. With all the mica powders I've been using. Alright, let's cover you up. Alright, now, our other friend over here doesn't need any color because he's just going to be this blue alcohol ink. So what I've got to do now is I've got to mix up my resin. And I have no clue how much resin these guys are going to take. I'm thinking maybe about 4 ounces each. I hope. So, because, you know, there's no indicators on here because they're just off of Amazon. So, I'm going to mix up 8 ounces, and I'm going to hope that's enough. And I'm thinking that they're kind of about 4 ounces a piece. So, we'll see. Alright, I'll be back once I mix up my resin. Okay, so I've mixed up my resin. I've got 4 ounces that I mixed up in clear and the blue. And I've got 4 ounces of black, which I use the Baltic Day Black Abyss pigment paste for. And I skipped all the mixing pieces for you, so you just got to see the colored part. Now I'm pouring the blue resin into the ghost with the skull, and it actually ends up being that I needed probably about a ½ ounce more for the 2 ghosts to fill them up completely. You can't really tell when you're looking at them down, but when you're looking at them across, they were about probably a ½ ounce short. So I did have to mix up another like ½ ounce, well, an ounce of resin and filled them up completely. Now I kind of did something that was silly of me because I've seen videos. I know it happens. It's just in the minute when I was doing it, it didn't dawn on me. Dawned on me later though, when I get the result. But you'll see what I'm talking about when we do the reveal. Or potentially before the reveal, because I think I put a few pieces in here. Anyways, the links to the molds and any of the colors that I used will be in my description box below. If you'd like to support my channel, I have recently added a Buy Me a Coffee link in my description box. I haven't figured out how to put the pop-up on the screen yet, so I just have a link to the Buy Me a Coffee if you'd like to donate to my channel to help me with my supplies. Everything that gets donated will go back into my supplies so that I can keep making videos for you guys. I also wanted to say thank you to all of my current subscribers and all of my new subscribers. I recently hit 250 subscribers, so thank you so much. Keep hitting that like and subscribe. Hi, welcome back to Tigerchicksresinjungle. Today is demolding day. Let's see how our ghosts turned out. We'll start with the orange ghost, or the champagne, what was this color? Champagne golden green ghost. That's what the color was. Let's see how they turned out. Well, so far no bubbles. That's good. I like that. Yes, and these, like I said, are super soft molds. So popping them out is easy. All right. Ooh, here's our ghost. Doesn't he look cute? Got a little bit of trimming here, which is not much, but he's beautiful. I gotta give him some eyes though, and a mouth. What color should we do? I do have a little bit of trimming to do on the edges here, and this little spot right here. But other than that, he came out beautiful. There's a mark in my mold, but there's nothing I can do about that. So, he's gorgeous. I like him. Black eyes? Yeah, let's do black eyes. Okay. Let's do a mouth. Ooh. There we go. He's got eyes and a mouth. Beautiful. All right, I will leave this one out for the moment. I may need it. Okay. Now, on to our ghost that had the skull inside. Let's see how he turned out. Again, nice and soft. I do have a little bit of overpour to peel off here. All right, get this off of this part here. There we go. Easy peasy. All right, let's see how he turned out. Again, these are super flexible molds, so they take nothing to peel off. This one might be a little bit more difficult because his arms are a little bit bigger. There we go. Really should be wearing gloves, but get this arm out. There we go. All right, put my mold back in. Looks pretty good. There we go. All right, let's see how he turned out. You ready? Ooh. And you know what? You can't even see his face. I mean, there's a skull in there, but it's completely disappeared. I'll have to try this again. Maybe next time I will color in the face. I mean, it's definitely in there. I don't have a light that I can use to show you. I have a little bit of trimming to do. But he came out cool. I like him. He's got no bubbles. I managed to get no bubbles in him. He's got a little bit of shimmer. I don't know if you can see the shimmer. You might be able to see it outside. I'll take some pictures outside. But you can't see. I figured you'd see the skull, but I guess because it was a clear skull, you don't really see it. So, that's okay. I mean, he still looks cool. He's a blue ghost. He's got a little bit of shimmer. He's a little clearer at the top than he is at the bottom. I like him. I just wish his skull had turned out a little bit more colorful. Maybe I should have put this skull in there and you would have seen it better. Maybe I'll try this one in there next. Because I do have this skull mold, so I can make more of them. Maybe if I had put this skull in there, you would have seen it better than the clear skull. I was thinking that since it was blue, the skull would show up pretty good, but apparently not. And they're both shiny. So let's see, where'd my marker go? Here's my marker. Oops, sorry, didn't mean to bang my apparatus here. Let's give him some black eyes and a black mouth. There we go, okay. Now they both have eyes and mouths. Okay, here we go. Here's the two ghosts for this week. I'll get you some glamour shots. And until next week, bye.